Hi, I'm Megan with Heart, Mind, Soul, and Strength, and today I am coming to you from my living room on my couch. I hope that this feels more like a conversation rather than just watching another video. So grab a cup of coffee and let's kick this Friday off right. But today's vlog is confident. So if you followed any of the earlier vlogs, you know that God puts 2 words on my heart each year. And this has only been going on since 2017, so this is the 3rd year. But the first year was assertiveness and reconciliation. The second year was confidence and supplication. Supplication being earnestly asking, requesting, pleading, so like a humble request. And I'm going back to confidence there because it's just something that's been, circulating lately with myself, in my personal life and even in my career, but with others who have shared their struggles and their insecurities lately. So it's confidence, not just superficially, but confidence in who I am, and even more than me, confidence in the one who made me, confidence in his capabilities, that nothing can stop him. Even confidence in the absolute insane promises that he has made specifically for my life. Just those that, as they're happening and when they happen, will blow not only my mind, but hopefully everyone who gets to see it. So, confidence didn't just start for me in 2018. It's been a journey all of my life. And it wasn't until I stopped to reflect on it that I realized some of the baby steps God has put out there. So those of you who know me will be maybe surprised that I used to be painfully shy. I mean, the slightest compliment or tone, whatever it might be, I would fall apart. And now, total opposite. Always in a crowd, always speaking to crowds. Still that cheerleader in me that is loud and proud. And I'm grateful for such a transition that way. The next was elementary school and middle school. I was always one of the tallest. Not just tallest girl, but overall tallest. And that age, you just feel like everything you do and everything you are just sticks out like a sore thumb. But I learned that it's okay to stand out. And that standing out sometimes gives you a platform to do a lot of good, a lot more than you may be able to if you're just kind of trying to hide and blend in. So high school, I tried out freshman year for the soccer team, and that was a way to help me overcome some of the shyness and some of the insecurities there. Met a new group of friends, learned how to insert myself in a group of friends, and little did I realize that was preparing me for the very next year when my family would move. And when we moved to the new location, I was able to bond over soccer and athletics and find new friends right off the bat. Even to this day, playing soccer and how much I love soccer now, I'm able to build new relationships in this town that I'm not from. So there are great adult leagues here that I've been able to meet new people and make new friends, and it's just been such a blessing. And in college, still with the weight loss, things like that, that's something that I've tried. Every diet, every piece of information that's out there, every new fad, got frustrated and wouldn't eat, to overeating, everything in between. So I understand when people come and they talk about what their frustrations are with weight loss. And it's hard not to compare sometimes. But what I found is that community really matters. I first really kicked off this weight loss with trying every class at the YMCA. And I met the best people that I still hang out with and we go to concerts with, but we still work out, and it's been the best thing ever. So I encourage you to do that. I had a trainer for a bit to show me the foundation of weights and working out and balance and proper form so that I don't get hurt, but I'm able to maximize the efforts that I'm putting into this. And recently have spoken to a nutritionist. So I'm very excited for that because, first of all, you hear nutritionist and you hear expensive. Second of all, I was just somewhat skeptical of it because I do have certain beliefs when it comes to nutrition, keeping everything very clean, non-processed, and not necessarily giving into some of these fads that are out there. But everybody has their own goals. So whether it's weight loss or weight gain, muscle gain, endurance, whatever it might be, there are different ways of going about nutrition to meet those goals. So over the next few weeks, when I start working with this nutritionist, I will let you know how that goes. And the greatest thing is that he is affordable and so flexible. And if you are looking for a recommendation on that, feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to put you two in touch. But going back to college days, I remember my sophomore year, I was reading a magazine, Cosmopolitan magazine. So this is not an endorsement for them. They have not paid me to say this, but it was one of their articles, like 8 ways to become more confident. And I was really lacking confidence at the time. So I looked at the baby steps that they had broken it down into, and the first one was walk tall and make eye contact. And I remember thinking, okay, like, I can do that one. It's a fake it till you make it thing. Still made me nervous, but the first time I consciously made the effort to do it was in the calf. So walking in front of all those people, had my shoulders back and my chest proud, and just took a deep breath and went. And what happens when you take your eyes from the floor up is that you meet other people's eyes and you smile and you're able to make connections there that you hadn't before. And just a few months later, one of my friends came to me, and one of her roommates had asked her, hey, how is Megan so confident? Like, I wish I had that confidence. So the fact that other people were noticing it right off the bat encouraged me to keep going with it. And little did I know at the time, but about 8 years later, a girl would walk into our community group who needed that same advice. And she could barely look us in the eye, but she expressed to us that she does. She has trouble meeting people's eyes and smiling, and that sometimes that could come across the wrong way, and she just wanted to connect with people more. So in our community group, we write out challenges each week. So these are measurable challenges to improve in different areas. It might be confidence, it might be eating well, working out, spending time with God, whatever the case might be. So her challenge was something along the lines of walk tall and make eye contact with at least one person a day. And she came back that next week so excited that she had met her goal. And you could tell because immediately she was looking us in the eye and she was smiling. And it was really cool to see how much progress can be made in such a short amount of time. Well, then she shared that she has trouble continuing a conversation and keeping it up with a guy. So again, we helped her to come up with a challenge and even helped her to write questions. So her challenge was to come up with 3 questions that were open-ended and would keep a conversation flowing. They were like, where are you from? Do you go to church around here? What do you do for fun? Something like that. And she took those 3 questions, and that week her family introduced her to a guy, and she used those 3 questions. And I kid you not, this fall those 2 are going to get married. So just goes to show how the baby steps God puts in front of us lead to big things, but also what a sense of humor God has. And I love that about him. Walking tall in my life has led to new relationships, and these new relationships have led to the biggest adventures in new church, new passions, new career, travel, and it has just blown my mind because these are things and these adventures are experiences that I shouldn't have, But it goes to show that each new venture, like how good God is, and how these are just God-sized experiences that I could never bring on myself. And I just always want to keep pointing that back to Him, that it is so far beyond me. And it's His design. He wants it to be that way, that we get to live life so much bigger than ourselves. So 2019, the two words that I have on my heart are boldness and thoughtfulness. It wasn't until I started writing this week's blog that I realized that the sets of words from the past have prepared me for the next set. So I'm going to read a little bit here because this is an excerpt from the actual blog. If you go to heartmindsoulstrength.com, you'll get to read the full blog. But so when I lack confidence in myself or the promises of God, I can point back to His transformation in my life and how He has delivered in baby steps, careful not to overwhelm me. He's thoughtful. How He has called me to step up to impossible tasks just to watch how He comes through. He's bold. How He has called me back to Him after years of living my own destructive ways. And He has mended the most broken of relationships. He's a God of reconciliation. How He has called me to a new standard and backed it with the boldness to demand what I deserve, but in a loving way. He has made me assertive. He has brought me to my knees so that I know what it is to humbly come to Him and ask for the deepest desires of my heart and the deepest pains that are on my heart. Those pains and those wants that reflect what He wants for my life now. So He teaches supplication. Even when all seems impossible and I'm ready to give up, He brings the song to mind and to my lips that proclaim, He made a way where there is no way, and I believe I'll see Him do it again. He instills confidence. So I hope that this little piece of a vlog inspires you and just builds a little bit of confidence in you so that you can go into this weekend knowing that you are loved and you are valued, and that there is a God who wants to show you just how much so. And He wants to bring you to a life that is so far beyond you and your insecurities. And I hope that you'll lean into that. But this is Megan with Heart, Mind, Soul, and Strength. And please click below to subscribe, whether on YouTube or subscribe to the vlog on heartmindsoulstrength.com. And I hope that you will follow along. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out at any time. We'll love to get back to you or share anything that we can that may help. Take care.